comes in. It's no Hawthorne, but not bad.
Oh,
Change this shit. What are we doing?
I got it.
It's like it's a Hawaiian legend that a woman had a flying vagina.
Well, let's
Jewish-
be honest.
yeah.
If vaginas were flying anywhere in the world, probably be in a tropical locale like Hawaii.
Juice, what's your experience with flying vaginas?
I can't say I've experienced any flying. I'm more partial to just, sedentary or just kind of hanging around where I need to go. I don't need them flying around. It's hard enough to navigate as it is.
Yeah.
So.
Sedentary vaginas.
Whoa. Okay. Capo is a Hawaiian goddess of fertility, sorcery, and the dark powers. She's believed to take any shape that she pleases, has the ability of detaching her vagina from her body. It is also believed female mediums serving as a host to Capo must cover their genitals with a tie leaf. If they fail to do so, the mediums would be victims of having their vaginas ripped off. TheWeirdAndTheOdd.com. Sorry, Juice.
That's a hell
Welcome,
of an
everybody.
intro for
Juice
me.
Springsteen's with us.
How you guys doing? I mean, the last time I came in here, it was pretty much the same type of vibe of just like, it's a free for all, and that's why I like coming in here. It's always a great time, a great vibe. So I appreciate you guys welcoming me in bi-weekly.
I think it's like, it's not biased.
Well, someone said that earlier, so I'm just running with that phrase. I know.
Yeah,
it's not
I
really
just don't know what the proper, because I'm an idiot, so I don't know. Like every 2 weeks, we have a different special segment, right? Between the Juice Box and Kate's Corner and HJC with our guy Kyle from the Apron Bump. So it's
Hell yeah.
like, I guess it's like every month.
something like that. So quad weekly, something. I don't know. We can come up with something fun for that. But
Weekly a thing?
I mean, it's Buff Bagel ain't going to be able to do it.
or Triple H,
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash. I got blocked on Twitter by Kevin Nash for a quad joke. So
Kyle checking in. Juices buy a lot of things, but weekly ain't one of them.
there he is.
Well, the Juice Box is Juice Springsteen's podcast program, his brand, and you can find it wherever you are listening to podcasts. Just search for the Juice Box. And obviously, if you've been a fan of the Wizards, Juice has joined us before. He is a connoisseur of all things WCW. And crazy enough, we find ourselves in 2025 still talking about things related to WCW. And I got to ask you, Juice, this Goldberg thing, right? He gets the retirement. He's the main event of Saturday night's main event. Bret Hart turns all the power off. We don't get to see the end of his announcement, his speech. Well, then he goes on some MMA show with Ariel Helwani, and he says he's fucking pissed. He's pissed about this. Do you side with old Billy Boy here, Juice?
Not particularly. And this is the guy who, like, my dad and I got a photo with Goldberg. And I say my dad, meaning he just held me up while Goldberg pulled up in his car and got a photo with him. And then Goldberg's eyes are closed in the photo, but I was thrilled. My dad was thrilled. So I huge Goldberg fan. I mean, he's, really took WCW to that next level. But as for this, I was nervous that he would even make the match happen. I can't believe they made it like 14 minutes. That was insane. I think it's a little short-sighted of Bill to assume that WWE would have done everything and everything would have been perfect. I mean, that NBC is not like cable, like they're cutting at whatever it ended. So you should have either known that going in, or maybe he wasn't clued in or whatever. But I mean, you had all these people walk out to the ring with you, like your son and the cat, and DDP was in the ring. You had Doug Dillinger. It was really, really cool. And I'm glad that they went above and beyond for him. And it does suck that it kind of got cut off. But I mean, you can't just have it all or assume you're going to get it all. You got a lot, and be grateful that you even had this little match moment in Atlanta and how everything went down. It could have gone a lot worse. It really could have gone a lot worse. And I think that he should just cut his losses. And I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more about it, in a few weeks, whenever he can kind of be away from WWE. And I'm sure they won't ask him back to do another match, but it is what it is, man. you know, WCW is always going to take the L one way or the other. And Goldberg, you know, it happened again.
It's not like, look, me and Hansel Kevin, I think we're in the same rowboat on this one. Like, we're not big. I'm not a big Goldberg guy, and outside of like his initial run in WCW,
Yeah,
up until he gets tasered and loses the title to Kevin Nash at Starrcade, I can't tell you anything else he did besides kill Bret Hart. I don't know shit about his WWE run. I hate it when he came back and he wrestled Brock. I know Tony loves that, but like, I don't know, man. Like, at some point, the nostalgia runs out for everybody, right? Like, I'm tired of the nostalgia. Like, we're gonna talk about it later tonight. Like, it's 2025. I don't want to see the fucking Dudleys and the Hardy Boys wrestle each other. I'm not interested in that at all.
that makes me kind of nervous too, because people were saying that Devon did not look like he could do much the last time they saw him, and I can't vouch for that. I didn't see anything, but I mean, Bully and the Hardys. I mean, the Hardys were in that match last night, but it's not like they're getting any younger. They said that was their 18th ladder match together.
Jeez.
At some point, hey, and the craziest part is too bad TNA and AEW's relationship ended how it did, because you could have Edge and Christian, because they're about to be a team again, and run TLC back again. But I mean, good Lord, let Edge already blew out his knee. Who knows how this match with the Dudleys and Hardys is going to go? So nostalgia can only go until it can't, until the wrestlers physically can't. So
Yeah,
it's interesting though.
It's so wild. Like, Goldberg shows up once a year. They put him in the main event, a Saturday night's main event, like a marquee spot. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just, and like, he just doesn't give a shit about the wrestling business, right? His whole reason for coming back was so his son can see him wrestle. I
Yeah.
get it, right? But at the same time, like, you didn't really, when WCW closed, you didn't have anything good to say about the wrestling business, right? You ended up in WWE like 4 years later. It didn't really work out great. Then you kind of went back to shitting all over the wrestling business. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's just like, all right, Bill, enough. Like, you can't, like, what did he want to retire as the fucking champion?
I mean, he already got a couple of runs like that, and people panned him versus Bray Wyatt, and you know the first Lesnar match, or like the first Lesnar match of the return back in like 2016, when they just 2 minutes and it was a squash. That was great. It was unexpected, and we didn't know what we were going to see. We weren't in this like malaise of, oh, here comes Goldberg again. Like, after the 2017 run where he mowed through Kevin Owens, you know, then they had another match, him and Lesnar at Mania 33. So like, if it kind of ended there, I think it probably would have been fine. But, you know, wrestlers will never not take a deal if they want some money, and WWE loves to do whatever they can to build another show to cater to whoever is still watching or who used to watch. And I mean, it of course they're going to work together. Like, I get it, but it doesn't mean that the longer it goes on necessarily you should. Like, at some point you got to both say, maybe this is not right. And 2025, man, considering July of 98 was when the biggest moment in Goldberg's career happened. It's a little bit later than that now, 27 years later, and he's still expecting like everything to be rolled out for him. And like 98% of it was. Sorry it got cut off, Bill, but you weren't a great promo to begin with, so what are you talking about?
That's a great point, Juice. That's a fantastic point. He didn't talk for like a year and a half in WCW.
And now he wants all this mic time.
All right, Juice, you're giving me some ammo. Eat a shit, Goldberg.
Eat a shit.
They wanted his goodbye speech to match his matches. In and out, 30 seconds.
Well, I think the last match with Gunther was combined the amount of time of his last like career of matches, 14 minutes.
I was looking at his cage match. I have no memory of 2019 Goldberg where he wrestled Undertaker in Saudi Arabia and then beat Dolph Ziggler in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, he doesn't have any memory of. Yeah, he doesn't have any memory of Undertaker either.
Undertaker doesn't have memory of it either. They all don't.
Yeah.
They dropped him on his head. And then the Ziggler match was kind of just a quick hot shot. It was in Pittsburgh when Goldberg returned. Like, you kind of knew it was going to happen, but it was still a quote surprise. and he came out to take out Ziggler for some reason, and it was such a weird show, that SummerSlam 19. It had Edge, who did a spear after being away for a while, and people were like, "Wow, maybe he can do this." And then, of course, he comes back at Rumble. But and I know Trish had a match with Charlotte, so that was a very unique. The Fiend debuted, hell of a show, but Goldberg was maybe not the best part of that show.
He never has been. He never will be.
That sounded like a Bret Hart quote. Never will.
No,
be.
he's yeah, that's a good point. He's such a miserable piece of shit. Like, just such a miserable piece of shit. And like, you heard about him say so many times, like it was about being in Atlanta and being in front of the fans in Atlanta and having the people. He had all that, like you said. And then he gets cut on live TV and bitches about that. Well, you have the people that you wanted to be right the fuck in front of. They didn't cut your mic. The TV time, and then they posted the motherfucker. Shut the fuck up, Bill. Next.
Also, I mean,
that was good.
You know, I will defend Bill here. Like, WWE did him zero favors in trying to run against AEW All Out and running in Atlanta the same weekend that Beyonce was there.
They tried to stuff everything into one weekend, and it's just like I get it, and they're gonna make money, but the Major League Baseball All-Star Weekend was in Atlanta, so you had a shitload of people there. Beyonce's there. Evolution you're trying to run, which I think Evolution was a great show, but I think it could have been the week before on a Sunday by itself and would have been looked at as even better of a show. But when you're in the same weekend as All In, it's like, damn, like I guess we're eating as fans. But
wait a second.
HK, go ahead.
Do we really believe that there's a big cross section of Beyonce and Bill Goldberg fucking fans?
No, but
Jesus fucking Christ.
Evolution, though.
In Atlanta, right? Atlanta is a pretty happening town, right? And there's a lot to do. So when you put it out there to the people of Atlanta, do you want to see fucking Beyonce or Bill Goldberg wrestle? People are going to see fucking Beyonce.
Did the show
or they're
sell
going
out?
to the baseball shit.
Did the show sell out?
Which one?
Saturday night's main event?
Yes.
Let's look. Dude.
Probably close.
Dude, Beyonce, they couldn't give tickets away up here. I can guarantee you nobody was going to see her fucking sing her country album.
They canceled her last tour in Pittsburgh because it just doesn't. Hip hop does not really work well in a big stadium here, unfortunately. But
no, it's
everywhere else, like,
No, Juice, she was promoting her country album. That's why nobody's going out to see her.
Well, my
like in New
girlfriend
York,
was here
like
twice,
in the
so,
shadows of Hot 97, like of course they would come out to see her, but it was country Beyonce. Nobody gave a shit,
I mean, that's a fair point. If people aren't tuned into it, if you're not a real big fan of it, you probably will skip out on it, especially if you saw her the last time, because she was just on tour for Renaissance. So if you just saw her, it's like, okay, maybe I don't mess with this specific album, so I'm just going to skip it. So I see your point there for sure.
Mom, I don't want to go see Bill Goldberg's last match. Can you get me tickets to go see Beyonce sing country music?
Look, she was there for 4 nights at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. WWE came close to selling out Saturday night's main event. They were 200 tickets short, but they
damn you,
out,
Beyonce!
They sold out 15,000. And the only thing if you Google Beyonce Atlanta concert, the big news from the weekend was apparently there was a stampede caused by an insect, and 11 people were hurt following her concert on Monday the 14th.
That's funny because 11 people were also hurt in the Bill Goldberg match.
Oh, you said stampede. I thought Bret Hart was messing with Beyonce as well as Goldberg. Thank you, HK. That was good. I don't give a shit.
I just can't, like, in my mind, I can't go back to WWD didn't do him any favors. Fucking Beyonce was in town. What the fuck are you talking about?
But people want to see Beyonce, man.
Yeah, goddamn that WWD.
I think that's more of a conflicting issue whenever it's Evolution on Sunday running head to head, because it's a female show and a female artist. But on Saturday, I don't think it really mattered at all.
How could you not go to Evolution and all the flying vaginas?
Multiple nights were sold out at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for Beyonce. No, I'm not going to let you motherfuckers try and make me look like an idiot. I got information here. The stadium was at capacity with 71,000 people.
You might have information, but I don't know if you have a good internet connection.
I mean, for God's sakes, Bill Goldberg couldn't fill out the fucking stadium last time when he won the title. Am I wrong? And they gave that match away for free. This cocksucker is on here going, why did they put this match on pay-per-view? That would have been awesome. You know why? Because you're fucking wrestling in front of 40,000 people on national television. So who gives a shit?
Yeah,
I guarantee you, nobody's buying a PLA because Goldberg's last match is happening.
And I bet WCW was trying to fuck them too in '98 because they probably run in Atlanta while there was a Lisa Loeb concert down the street. Those cocksuckers.
And they didn't put that on pay-per-view either.
Those Lisa Loeb cocksuckers. I like the juice box. This is awesome.
Yeah, too bad the juice box probably hates this shit.
No, he loves this shit. That's why he's here.
I'm entertained, guys. I'm here for what I'm here for. But other than that, I'm just a fan.
Now, this time of the year, it's the summer. And I know I just kind of shit all over nostalgia, but
hey, it's all
like
right.
nothing beats like settling down on a nice warm summer night. You crank the air up, maybe you grab a soda pop and some popcorn, you fire up the Peacock and you go back to WCW and you watch Bash at the Beach. 30 years ago, Bash at the Beach 95. Is that your Bash at the Beach gear? This fucking guy's awesome.
This is the shirt from the event. There's also an orange one. And I think if you see, it's got the names of certain people that were there. Renegade's featured on there, but I think on the VHS they have the same like design, but they cut out Renegade and put someone else on it because why the hell would you put Renegade on it?
From the bottom up, it's Big Bubba, Nasty Boys, Sting, Vader, Savage, Flair.
There you go. Big Bubba. They replaced Renegade with Big Bubba on the VHS.
Wouldn't you after you saw him throw a couple drop kicks at Paul Orndorff?
Oh God! Did you? I don't know if you guys had seen. I tweeted out like the Cody dive through the table last week on Cena on SmackDown. It was people were like, well, some people were like, oh, it's a frog splash. Okay, you're out of your mind. Second of all, just watch it again, and then I put out a clip of Renegade winning the TV title against Arn Anderson at Great American Bash 95, and it's the same exact splash from the top rope. It's weird. There's no movement. It's nothing.
There's a lot to unpack from that. What you just said. You said the Renegade beat Arn Anderson. For those who aren't familiar, Arn Anderson, the guy with the gun in the Cody promos from AEW, one of the greatest ever. Lost to the fucking Wish Ultimate Warrior.
That's putting it nicely.
And the funny thing was, earlier in the year, didn't Arn Anderson beat Hogan on Nitro?
No, that was later in the year because Nitro hadn't been a thing yet.
I guess he had to get his win back somehow, no?
But also Bash 95 is that weird one that they literally did on the fucking beach. Like,
yeah.
Nobody
it's
was
crazy.
Like, hey, maybe this is a bad idea.
Well, much like they did in 96, then 97, 98, and 99, this show was pretty much for free if you were there, just like they did in Hog Wild and Road Wild is what I was referencing. But now Wikipedia says 9,500. If you listen to the commentary, you'll hear over 100,000. So who knows how many people are there, but the zoom out shot is pretty badass. Just seeing a conglomeration of people around this little ring, literally on the beach. There's like, I don't think there's like an awning. If there is, I can't remember one, but it's not as polished as they would do anything in the future. Like, it's pretty insane that they had him out there. Ming wrestled with no shoes on this mat that had to have been, cooking his toes off. Who knows? But it was a very interesting show. I mean, interesting is a generous word, but the two matches that I like the most, of course, Randy Savage, Ric Flair, lifeguard match, which is practically just a lumberjack match, but let's spice it up. And they had this was Baywatch. They were filming some stuff for. So you had a lot of Baywatch people involved there, and they were filming all that. And then, of course, the main event, the third of the three between Hogan and Big Van Vader this time was a cage. Hogan puts on the Vader headgear at one point. which is a fun little thing. Vader tries what looks to be. He thought for a moment maybe he wanted to try a shooting star press off the ropes, but he ends up just kind of landing awkwardly on his shoulder, which really causes an injury, and he ends up having to have surgery when he goes to WWF, and that ruins his whole beginning of that run. So this match kind of was a butterfly effect with things that would happen down the line, because even after this, like Vader turns babyface. He goes against Arn and Flair in a 2-on-1 at Clash of the Champions, which is really, really fun to watch. And he was supposed to be on the good guy Hogan team at Fall Brawl, but he left. He went AWOL. They got Luger in. That everything changed there. Vader gets surgery. His run in WWF's kind of skewed from the beginning and off to the races. But this Bash of the Beach show is just, I just like seeing them in a unique element, like those Road Wild shows. And you guys mentioned Hog Wild earlier. I'm not sure if you directly were referencing the pay-per-view or not, but the sentiment was there, at least for me, because that's what I gravitate towards first when I hear Hog Wild. But do that with what you want. But those shows were always really cool to me. Like I love just bikers coming up. I mean, outside of the blatant racism towards some of the wrestlers, I thought it was cool. You know, they're revving up their engines. It's a unique venue. The skies always looked awesome. It never rained. Like they got really lucky. So just unique shows that WCW ran, like the spring break shows too. Like those are really cool shows that I wish more companies could try it. I know a couple of indie shows ran out of the Mall of America again. AEW's done some unique venues as well, especially with like Daly's Place, like a lot of cool venues. But I mean, nothing tops literally being on the beach for Bash at the Beach. Like you couldn't make it any cooler than that. And it was very hot, I would wager. It was Huntington Beach, California, for those of you playing at home.
Juice, you as a bit of a WCW historian.
A bit.
Now you like that venue on the beach, but MTV did a WCW show on a snow hill.
Yeah.
You tell me which one is better, because I think I got to go Snow Hill, right?
I like the snow one as well. I think, is there not a third one that's unrelated to those, that it rained all day and it's like outside and all the wrestlers are trying to not slip and fall in the ring? That might have been another MTV thing that they did, but it was like real shitty and it was raining and everybody was just trying not to get killed on the mat. So maybe that one's the least one.
WCW MTV Pain in the Rain. It is on YouTube.
There you go.
It's like they knew. I remember, I think Public Enemy was involved in that show, weren't they?
Yes. And one of those shows had like a tournament where like people would vote to see who would go to the next round, and like they just kind of worked it and no one wanted to be there. It was just, again, LOL WCW, like things that this will be fun, and then it just doesn't work. Or we'll work with MTV, and it doesn't pan out. Like
High Voltage was representing Will Smith, just so you know.
Oh, that's what it was. It was wrestlers representing like musicians. So
yeah, High Voltage against the Public Enemy. The ring is soaking wet. The whole crowd has fucking umbrellas. The camera guys are in rain jackets. Oh, I've never seen this. I must watch this.
Oh my God.
It's a disaster. It's a disaster.
I'm looking at who represented who. Kidman representing Salt and Pepper. You know, because Madonna represented by Ultimo Dragon.
Brad Armstrong represented Metallica.
Barry Darso representing Run DMC.
That checks out.
R for Repo Man, I guess.
DDP represented Van Halen.
All right, that makes.
But why not Van Hammer?
Could have been Van Hammer and DDP. Yeah. Oh man, they missed opportunity. Van Hammer's on the books forever in WCW, which is crazy.
They're still paying him.
Yeah, like Bobby Bonilla.
Yep.
He's also in a few other books.
Yes, he is.
Who the Macho Man represent? They all come out wearing baseball hats because it's fucking raining.
Ike Turner.
Oh, he's not representing. He's representing the NWO.
Oh well, I was there too, and I was also representing the NWO.
Who's representing the West Texas Rednecks?
I don't know if 98. I don't know if they were there yet.
I think that was 99, but that they should have been all in on that.
Hugh Morris and Jimmy Hart representing David Lee Roth.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's a great circle back to Goldberg. That was the first person he beat. They didn't even know what to call Bill Goldberg at the time. He beat
Sick
Hugh Morris.
Boy represented by David Bowie.
Who was?
Sick Boy.
Is that the only tournament he was ever in?
Yeah, he fell ill shortly after this show.
Carson Daly is doing like the gimmicks here. He's doing the interviews.
Of course he was. He was TRL at that point.
That's just crazy. Like you'd think that they, it's just like they get a great opportunity to be with MTV at the height of its powers, and it rains. Like they couldn't just have one nice, great show, MTV, great promotion, everything works out, and it's a downpour. And they still went with the show. Like they couldn't have rescheduled it.
Oh, and the tournament is all these guys are representing these bands, right? And then they're having the fans call and vote. So, like after the DDP match, DDP wrestled Hugh Morris, right? Now we're having Van Halen versus David Lee Roth. The fans are voting for music videos, and it's not even the good Van Halen. It's Gary Cherone Van Halen.
So what
Well,
happens?
Yeah, 98, then yeah.
So if the musicians win, then the wrestler loses? Like,
I have no idea. I don't know.
Are MTV voters breaking kayfabe? Like what? Like I don't understand.
I think this is the perfect time for this one. Woof.
So Juice, speaking of like WCW, MTV, they're paired up. They have this perfect situation. It rains.
Yeah.
TNA Slammiversary. They get paired up with AJ Styles.
Oh, I had goosebumps just as soon as the song hit because I wanted it to happen, and I know AJ said on Chris Van Vliet like he doesn't really like the song, but to me, I'm like I think he probably does hate the song, but he has to know, and people had to have told him if that song hits and this crowd's gonna go unhinged, and they started singing that song, and he was like so about it, like he just invested in it, and it was a great little moment. And I like that there wasn't a match yet. I kind of wanted it, if he was going to have one match in TNA, I wanted it to be at Bound for Glory, because that's your biggest show. That's the one you get up, get to the, that's like you're there at WrestleMania. Like you promote everything to get there. And I know Slammiversary is kind of similar in that realm, but it's more of just like a nice, anniversary show. It's not necessarily their biggest show that they want to put on. So, man, I was just really cool to see, especially I remember being in middle school watching on FSN. They had the time running down like on the little ticker there for the matches, probably 04, 05 ish. And I was like, what the hell is this wrestling at 3:30 in the afternoon? And it was TNA, and 05 to 09 TNA is just some of the best wrestling. AJ and all those guys, the X Division, they kind of ran it all down in his promo last night. But we talked about the Dudleys and the Hardys and how I'm okay with never seeing that again. Although it's nice if this is it, let's make this it. Then I don't want to see any more after this. But with AJ Styles, the sky's the limit, man. Like he's TNA. He didn't go to WWE for the longest time. He was like the Sting, of I'm just going to do whatever I want to do wherever I can. And I know WWE would take me if they wanted, but he never needed to do it. And then he did. And now he's, an uber, legend at this stage. But I just hope that they pay it off with something awesome. I have no doubt that they will. And I'm also hopeful that they pull off we got Comic-Con this week. So maybe there's going to be a TNA line of figures specifically within the WWE realm, because they have Abyss. You could do that. You have AJ Styles. You have people that you could make a 4-figure, just one set of like a Legends line of TNA guys. So I was all in for the nostalgia, man. It was great last night.
I was hoping they would put him in the Hall of Fame or something. I mean, Leon Slater being as exciting as he was cool, but I don't know. I mean, it moved like 1,500 tickets. People bought tickets to be there, but I don't know. It seemed I was expecting more. I thought they would announce him as like going into the Hall of Fame, and he just kind of came out with that crazy, awesome looking hair and put over the X Division and Leon Slater and called it a day.
I think there'll be more though, and there was actually if you see the one video they put out and Leon Slater reposted it of he like starts jumping up and down in the ring as soon as the music hits because he not sure if he knew AJ was coming out at that moment or that the song was going to hit, but I'm like I would have been me. I would have been going crazy like I can't. It's AJ Styles, like this is the guy you grew up with, and now it's 20 some years later he's just as good. He is not Goldberg. And he won't be Goldberg even when he's 58. Like it's such a unique seeing the guys from then be older now is so different from the guys from the 80s and 90s. I mean, hell, 90% of them aren't even here anymore. So it was awesome to see that nostalgia hit from 2004.
It was awesome to have the Juice Box as part of the Shining Wizard Wrestling podcast. I look forward to many more of these. Because it's always fun to reach back and look. I'm very excited about this WCW Reign in the Pain or whatever the fuck. I cannot wait to watch this later. I will watch all 50 minutes of it.
Hell yeah! Oh, it might be a quick 50 minutes because the wrestling will be so good. I'm sure you won't be able to turn it off.
I'm more interested in the commercials in the middle and the voting.
That's probably more intrigue because if they're just punching and kicking because they're slippery mat. Can't imagine they didn't want to take any big bumps there, but yeah, I mean, I appreciate you guys even having me on the first time, let alone welcoming me in to have my own little segment here and with Kate and Kyle. I mean, great company to be with, and you guys as well. It's always a joy to see you guys. Just anytime you guys have a show, it's always great camaraderie, and clearly, I sought out to get more of it, so I really appreciate you guys reaching out and having me on.
Well, we'll reach around to give you more.
Yeah.
Hey, there's plenty more juice to squeeze, brother.
Where so the Juice Box is available wherever you get your podcasts. What's next what's up in store for the next Juice Box episode?
I think we're just going to recap a lot of what just happened this past week. Last week, I came back from All In and I had an interview with Adrian Hernandez, who does Unlikely. It's a interview show, and he's at scrums and stuff. So I tapped in to get his insight on having a broadcasting career, interviewing Steve Austin a couple of times. But this week's going to be more of a regular episode where we cover probably everything that just happened the last 2 weeks, which was a whole hell of a lot in regards to TNA, AEW, WWE, so much shit going on. So just search the Juice Box with Juice Springsteen and you'll find me. The logo's right here at Juicy Steen on Twitter, and I'll talk to you about WCW as long as I'm awake. So,
well, time for bed, Juice.
Yes, time for bed. We appreciate you, Juice. We will talk soon. And if you guys are just being introduced to Juice, please check out the Juice Box. It is highly recommended. Great podcast. Definitely fun to listen to, and a different viewpoint than the Wizard. So that's always fun when you get to hear people with different mindsets. So check out Juice Springsteen and the Juice Box. Juice will be back in a couple weeks. Who knows what WCW legend will be in the news in 6 weeks? You never know.
That's right. Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
Thanks, Juice. Enjoy the rest of your night.
See you guys. Have fun, brothers.
Thanks, Juice.
Bye,
Good night, Juice.
Thank you, Juice.